Chosen one, the light has led you to where you were meant to be. If you are reading this and watching this video at this very moment, there is a profound truth you must realize. This is not a coincidence. It is not luck. Nor did an algorithm randomly provide you with this content. Something much deeper is happening. Heaven itself planned this encounter. Divine providence is putting the pieces in place, aligning the situation, and clearing the obstacles, all to lead you to this very intersection where your soul meets this message. You will soon understand why everything in my life has felt different recently. Why the anxiety does not disappear, why you wake up at strange times, and why your soul is pounding with an indescribable intensity. The answer will soon become clear, and the story I am about to share will fundamentally change the way you view yourself, your purpose, and this amazing season you are facing. God has spoken. This message is urgent. It is right now. And yes, you have been specially appointed for something amazing enough to make you breathe. The world as we know it stands on the brink of change. A cosmic transformation is approaching. A spiritual reorganization, unlike anything humanity has witnessed for generations, will take place. To those living disconnected from divine truth, to those who have turned away from the source of life, and to those who have built their lives on sand rather than bedrock, this call will come as destruction and collapse. You will experience everything that was warned of crumbling in an instant. However, it is different for you who have received the call of heaven, for you whose soul has been prepared through every trial, every valley, and every moment that seemed like defeat. This call holds a completely different meaning. This call is your promotion, your leap, and your breakthrough. The door you have been knocking on will be thrown wide open. The prayers you whispered in despair will be answered powerfully enough to fill you with awe. Behold, I shall do a new thing. Now it shall appear. Do you not know it? Surely I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. This is the word from Isaiah 43:19. And this word is speaking directly to your situation right now. Before we delve deeper into the story, I ask that you do one important thing. If this message resonates with your soul, if something within you recognizes this truth, please press the like button right now. Let it be your affirmation to heaven. Let it be your own signal that you are ready to face what is to come. And as we journey together, please leave the word "ready" in the comments. That single word is enough. It will activate something in the spiritual world. It will mark you not as someone who merely listens, but as someone who responds. To all those who sponsor and support me in any form, whether through Superstars or elsewhere, I pray that the Holy One will multiply sevenfold in your lives. I bless that every seed you plant will return in a massive amount that will overwhelm you. Now, please stay with me until the end of this video. This is because if you are truly one of the chosen, and if the seal of divine election is truly engraved upon your soul, you will feel the weight of all these words. You will discover your own reflection within what is being explained now. As time passes, you will feel that calling growing ever larger. This message did not come to you randomly. Although you may not fully understand it yet, you have been drawn here by some power, and soon everything will be perfectly understood. Signs are appearing in your life that you may have dismissed as mere stress, imagination, or excessive thinking. However, let me tell you what they truly are. Your spirit is waking you up at 3 or 4 in the morning, a time when the whole world is asleep. Your soul is refusing rest. You lie in darkness, and countless thoughts flood into your mind. Anxiety may accompany this, but it is not mere anxiety. It is entirely different. It is a spiritual turmoil and a urging. It is a time when divine realizations, too overwhelming for your reason to fully process, descend upon you. It is not insomnia, nor is it a sleep disorder. It is heaven preparing you and speaking to you in a quiet time where all distractions have vanished. Now, conversations with people feel different. Someone throws out a routine remark they have repeated 100 times before, but suddenly, those words resonate with you heavily. They pierce your soul intensely. You find yourself thinking about them for days. Words that once merely brushed past now penetrate deep within you. It is not that you have become more sensitive, it is that your spiritual perception is sharpening. Your ability to hear what lies beyond the surface is being activated. God is tuning your ears so that you may hear what others cannot hear and realize what others do not realize. Old habits that once satisfied you now feel hollow. The entertainment that used to distract you no longer captures your attention. The daily routine that once brought you comfort now feels like prison walls. You ask yourself, is this all there is? Was I made merely for this? Is this the limit of my existence? These questions are not depression, nor do they mean you are lost. These questions are the process by which God shakes your complacency. This is because He has become your enemy. He diminishes you and confines you only to your comfort zone. No, He drives you further away from the great destiny that can only be achieved by venturing into the unknown. The noise of the world feels much heavier than before. Social media wears you out faster, and the flood of news depletes your energy more quickly. Meaningless small talk is even more irritating. You crave depth. You thirst for the essence. Just as you need oxygen, you need the truth. It is not that you have become antisocial or twisted. It is that your soul is rejecting the things that no longer serve as nourishment. You are cutting off artificial things to taste the real thing. It is a process of detoxifying from the superficial in order to handle the deep. If you are nodding your head at this very moment and saying, "That is exactly what I am going through," then you must understand what this means. You are not collapsing. You are not going mad. You are not broken. You are waking up. You are being activated. You are being called out into the world. And this awakening is not an option. Once God begins this process within you, you cannot return to the slumbering state you once were. You cannot return to a state of ignorance. You cannot pretend not to see what you have seen, nor pretend not to hear what you have heard. The veil has been lifted. Scales have fallen from your eyes. And now you must walk forward toward that reality that has always existed, but which you had not realized until now. This change taking place within you is part of a much greater providence. God is moving across the whole earth right now with clear intent and power. He is shaking everything that can be shaken so that only the unshakable things may remain. Systems built upon corruption will be shattered. Institutions built upon corruption will collapse. Structures built upon pride will fall. And when this shaking ends, only those built upon truth, those on which the horn of righteousness has fallen, and those on which the foundation of the eternal has fallen, will stand firm. Therefore, since we have received a kingdom that cannot be shaken, let us receive grace, and through this let us serve God with reverence and awe, pleasing Him. This is the word of Hebrews 12:28. You may look at yourself and think, I am not ready yet. I am not worthy. I am too weak. I have too many flaws. I have made countless mistakes and failed too many times. I have disappointed people countless times. How could heaven possibly choose someone like me? But please listen carefully to what I am about to say, for these words will set you free from that lie. God does not call those who are qualified. He equips those He calls. He does not choose based on your resume. He chooses based on your heart. He does not select you based on your strength, but based on your willingness to obey. Moses stammered. David was a shepherd boy in broad daylight. Gideon hid in a winepress. Esther was an orphan. Peter denied Christ 3 times. Paul persecuted the church. Yet they were all chosen. They were all used. They all changed history. Your past cannot disqualify you. Your weaknesses cannot disqualify you. Your failures cannot disqualify you. Rather, those very things may be the conditions that grant you qualification. This is because they taught you humility. They taught you how to rely. They taught you that while you can do nothing by your own strength, you can do all things within the power of God. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. This is the word of Psalm 46, verse 1. When hardship comes, when pressure intensifies, and when opposition arises, He does not merely watch from afar. He comes into the midst, He appears, and He intervenes directly. All that is required of you is faith. Just faith. Not perfect faith. Not great faith. Just faith the size of a mustard seed. Faith enough to say yes. Faith enough to take the first step. That one faith, believing that if He has called you, He Himself will lead you, is enough. As this divine plan unfolds and change accelerates, the line of separation will become clearly visible. It will become undeniably clear and stark. Some will harden their hearts when the truth is presented before their eyes. Some will compromise their beliefs when the pressure intensifies. Some will drift into the shadows when they should be awake. They will choose comfort over the calling. They will choose safety over obedience. They will choose the approval of men over the approval of God. But you will not belong to that crowd. You will not be found in that group. You will stand on the opposite side of that line. You will be among those who rise when others retreat, among those who shine when others lose their light, and among those who stand firm when others fall away. If these words stir something deep within you, if you feel a fire burning in your heart, please take a moment right now to subscribe to this channel. Please give us strength so that we may move forward toward our goal. Please join this massive movement of the chosen ones gathering from every corner of the globe and leave a comment below. Please let us know which city you are watching this video from. Please let us know what time it is right now. Let us see how far this message is spreading. Let us see how many people are waking up simultaneously. God has warned that a storm is approaching. While physical phenomena may occur, it is not merely a carnal storm. This is a spiritual storm. It is a storm that will test people's true nature. It is a storm that will reveal what is real and what is fake. It will separate those who built their house on rock from those who built theirs on sand. When the rain falls, the floods come, and the winds blow and beat against that house, the house built on rock will not collapse, but the house built on sand will suffer severe collapse. Matthew 7:27 describes this collapse, and we will soon witness it in real time. Those severed from God, those who have turned their backs on divine truth, those who have treated faith like a spare tire, like an object kept in the trunk and not even thought of until an emergency strikes, they will find themselves unable to endure the days to come. Pressure will surge from all sides. Pressure will come in human relationships as those they trusted reveal their true nature. Financial pressure will come as the systems they relied on become unreliable. Mental health will also be under pressure as fear, anxiety, and confusion pile up endlessly. Their sense of stability in life will be shattered as everything they leaned on shakes and trembles. Their indifference will turn into panic. Their pride will turn into despair. The powerlessness of their own will be revealed. And in that moment of crisis, they will seek something solid to hold on to tightly. However, many will find nothing there. But, O chosen one, you are different. You are not called to be afraid. You are called to rise. Your faith is a shield that deflects every attack. Your purpose is a compass that guides the way through every storm. The link between you and God is what sustains you when everything else is shaken. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. This is the word of Isaiah 41:10. Read this verse slowly once again. Let this word seep deep into your soul. This is not merely a poem. It is not a motivational quote. This is a covenant. It is a promise. This is a guarantee from heaven. When pressure is intense, His power within you grows. When opposition is fierce, His grace is doubled along with it. When the battle becomes fierce, His presence against it becomes even more intense. Now I must speak to those who have strayed from God's path and are wandering. I am talking about those who have lost their way while chasing success, pleasure, the approval of others, and everything else except for the single thing that brings true satisfaction. These are the ones who built their entire identity upon a history of betrayal, relationships that abandoned them, and achievements that ultimately held no meaning. These are the ones who said they did not need God. These are the ones who believed they knew everything and were doing well on their own. Now the moment of judgment and repentance has arrived for them as well. It is the moment of awakening when God's powerful, albeit free, mercy extends out to bring them back home. Some of them are returning at a speed no one expected. Those thought to have gone too far, those who seemed to have completely hardened hearts, those who mocked faith, ridiculed believers, and cried out that God had nothing to do with them, they are suddenly reappearing. While this is partly because many have hit rock bottom and life has become unbearably difficult, the most fundamental reason is that God is calling them. It is because their souls are starving. It is because the inner emptiness has grown so large that it can no longer be ignored. Those who fled from love are now running toward it. Those who inflicted wounds are now seeking healing. Those who acted as if they were invincible are now admitting that they are broken. And, O chosen one, you are part of their recovery process. You are part of their journey back. However, this does not mean standing at the door with your arms crossed and saying, "I did nothing." It does not mean you should subjugate them, nor does it mean you should scold them by bringing up their past mistakes. It means you should reach out a hand to lift them up. It means you should show them that even when they turned away from God, God's love never left them. It means you should show grace when others condemn. It means you should show compassion when others despise. He will not break a bruised reed nor quench a smoldering wick. This is from Matthew 12:20. That is God's heart toward the broken. That is the way He looks at them. He sees them not as trash to be thrown away, but as treasures to be restored. And you, too, must have the same attitude. Before continuing the story, if this message touches something in your soul, and if you feel the weight of this calling, please press the like button once again to express your agreement. If you have not yet left a comment, please do so right now. Please enter the number 777. It is a number that signifies divine completion and perfection. Make it your sign. Make it your proclamation. Listen carefully. God's plan is vast. It is personal and intricate. Everyone has a role within that plan, whether they realize it or not. Chosen one, you are not more valuable than anyone else in God's eyes. You are not better, nor are you superior. You are simply the one who answered when He called. You are simply the one who said yes when others said no. You are the one who kept your heart soft when life tried to harden it. You are the one who did not let bitter roots steal your joy. You are the one who did not let pain silence your prayers. You are the one who did not allow the devil to reach your heart. You left the door open. You left the light on. You kept your faith even when doubt surrounded you. However, those who have not yet awakened, those who walk through life while spiritually asleep, they too are not expendable. They are not the forgotten. They are not those in places where the hand of salvation does not reach. Your responsibility is not to despise them. Your responsibility is not to judge them. Your responsibility is to love them until they awaken, to pray for them until they receive revelation, and to live out your life so that it becomes a testimony they cannot ignore. Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. This is the word of Matthew 5:16. Your life is the sermon they are reading. Your choices are the message they are receiving. Your peace shining amidst chaos is a billboard showing who the source of that peace is. The enemy will try to steal your attention. He will try to make you believe that this moment is solely for yourself, for your comfort and convenience. But this moment is about the kingdom of God. This moment is about souls. This moment is about souls. People are dying without hope. People are living without purpose. People are wandering, having lost their way. That is why God has established you as their lighthouse in the storm, their guide in the darkness, and the voice of truth amidst the confusion. Your mission is by no means small. Your calling is not trivial. What you hold is far more important than you think. There will be days when doubt whispers, asking if you have misheard the calling. There will be days when you question whether all of this is real. There will be days when you want to give up because the path is rougher than you imagined. When such moments come, remember this. All the prophets faced doubt. All the disciples faced fear. All the chosen vessels encountered opposition. Moses doubted before the burning bush. Jeremiah doubted, using his youth as an excuse. Isaiah doubted, looking at his unclean lips. However, God did not abandon those who fell into doubt. He strengthened them. He qualified them. He led them, and He will do the same to you. The coming storm will not be calm. He will not deceive you by lying that everything will be easy. The shaking will be powerful. The trials will be harsh. The opposition will be fierce, but your foundation is secure. You are not built upon sand that is swept away. You are built upon the rock. Therefore, even if storms rage, floods come, and ravages pour down, you will not be shaken. You will not waver. You will not be destroyed. In fact, you will appear stronger. You will become wiser. You will come out more refined, like a tiny dot, than when you first entered. This is because pressure cannot break the genuine. Rather, pressure only reveals the strength of the genuine. Strengthen your faith now. Feed your faith while there is still time. Feed it with the Word of God. Read until the truth becomes a clearer reality than the circumstances surrounding you. Feed it with worship. Praise until your soul rises beyond the situation it faces. Feed it with testimonies, remembering how God has worked in the past. Feed it with fellowship, connecting with others who share the same flame. Protect yourself from influences that weaken your faith. Protect yourself from mocking voices. Protect yourself from environments that suffocate your faith. Do not play games with compromise. Do not be distracted by the obstacles that deplete your anointing. Do not give your heart to relationships that lead you away from your purpose. Guard what God has placed within you. Guard it fiercely. Guard it so earnestly that even a mob would covet it. Guard it carefully. For what you hold is precious. Because what you hold is powerful. Because what you hold is what this age desperately needs. The time for hesitation is over. The time for cowering small has passed. The time for hiding behind fear is over. The chosen ones are rising up all over the world. Can you feel it? Can you sense it? A certain upheaval, a certain gathering is taking place, a history in which those set apart, called, and appointed for this very moment are gathering. And now it is your turn to fully step into the power of heaven. It is not a power to dominate others. It is not a power to control or manipulate. Nor is it a power for self-testing or seeking recognition. It is the power to accomplish purpose alone. It is the power to heal the wounded. It is the power to restore the broken. It is the power to rebuild what has collapsed. It is the power to proclaim life amidst dead situations. It is the power to walk within the authority that drives away darkness. This power does not come from you. This power flows through you. It flows out when you are connected to the source of life, when you are firmly attached to the vine, and when you abide in His presence. You do not need to wait until perfect conditions are met to move forward. You do not need to wait until you receive the answers to every question. You do not need to wait until all doubts vanish. You do not need to wait until you feel completely ready. For if you waited for perfect preparation, you would have to wait forever. Faith is not a state of being without fear. Faith is moving forward despite fear. Faith is obeying even while trembling. Faith is answering yes, even when you do not understand the whole picture. That moment is right now, right this very moment. Today, God has already provided you with everything necessary to face this season. It may not yet be visible to your eyes. Looking at yourself, you may see only your shortcomings, limitations, and weaknesses. However, He sees something else. He sees the strength being built within you through every act of your obedience. He sees every moment you willingly stepped forward even when you didn't need to, every moment you chose faith over fear, and every moment you stood firm on His word instead of sinking into the leaves of worry. That obedience is building something within you. Every action becomes a brick. Every choice becomes a pivotal impact. Every moment you push through resistance becomes the steel framework that firmly holds your structure together. The wisdom you so desperately desire is already being formed within you through submission. It is through laying down your own understanding, through acknowledging that you do not possess all the answers, and through willingly following the teaching, correction, and guidance of the Holy Spirit. The courage you pray for and supplicate is already growing within you in every moment you choose to speak the truth. It is every time you choose to stand alone rather than compromise with the crowd, even if your voice trembles, every time you willingly do what is right, no matter the cost. To enter into your power means to enter into the essence of who you were created to be, long before the foundations of the world were laid. Before time began, before the stars were placed in their respective orbits, God had a vision for your life, a blueprint for your purpose. He had a plan for the impact you would have on this generation and the generations to come. It means walking with conviction, not pride. It is conviction rooted in knowing who you belong to, not what you have achieved. It is conviction that stems from identity, not achievements. It is conviction that remains steadfast and unwavering, even as circumstances change. It means facing challenges head-on, rather than avoiding adversity, evading awkward conversations, or choosing the comfortable path when the right path is more treacherous. It means knowing with absolute certainty that you are never alone. It is knowing that God goes before you in every situation. It is knowing that His Spirit gives you the ability to fulfill every mission. It is knowing that His presence surrounds you in every battle. It means serving excellently, even when no one is watching. It means leading humbly, even when you hold authority. It means protecting the weak. It means building up what is broken. It means healing the wounded and guiding those who are on the path. And as you rise toward this calling, do not forget why you are doing this. It is not to receive the applause of people who will forget you next week. It is not to receive recognition that will vanish as soon as something new catches the eye. It is not to gain rewards, compensation, or benefits on this earth. You are doing this solely for the glory of God. It is because He is worthy to receive the best you can offer. It is because the eternal world is watching you. It is because someone's salvation depends on your obedience. Someone's healing depends on your faithfulness. Someone's breakthrough depends on your willingness to step forward. If this message has captivated your soul, if something within you is responding intensely, please take a moment to subscribe if you haven't already. Join this community of the awakened and leave a comment with a single word that best expresses how you are feeling right now. Just one word is enough. Let us weave a beautiful tapestry with our testimonies. Let us see how God is working in the hearts of the world. So I will ask you directly. Let your soul answer this question honestly. Will you respond to this call? Will you stand up to face this moment? Will you lay down the heavy burdens of the past that have been dragging you back? Will you step out of the fear that paralyzed you, the doubt that set your limits, the anxiety that silenced you, the craving for approval from others that manipulated you, and the comfort zone that kept you safe but ultimately made you small and insignificant? Will you fully enter into that calling that has followed you your entire life? That calling that did not let you go, even when you ran away, when you tried to ignore it, or when you convinced yourself you were unworthy. This is because the world is shaking beneath our feet right now. Whether you understand it or not, everyone can feel it. Instability and uncertainty. That feeling that something momentous is about to happen. You did not come this far to turn back now. You did not survive through all of this to retreat at this moment when the real mission begins. You did not traverse all those valleys merely to pitch a tent beneath the mountain's shadow while the summit calls you to higher places. You were led here to stand firm when others fall. You were led not to lead the way when others hide, or to be your own light that will eventually burn up and disappear, but to shine with the light of the one who called you out of the darkness and allowed you to enter his enduring light. From this moment on, as you move forward and take a step toward the next chapter of your life, engrave these truths deeply in your heart. When fear tries to control your decisions, choose faith instead. Choose to trust God's promises over your emotions. Choose to trust His character over your circumstances. When you feel isolated, when it seems no one understands what you are going through, remember that God is near. He is not merely watching from afar. He is not merely observing from heaven. Very close, right here. He is deeply involved in your life, walking with you through every fire and standing with you in every storm. Do not waver when the storm rages, when the noise becomes unbearably loud, and when chaos threatens to engulf everything. Do not be shaken by what is seen with the fleshly eyes. Do not be swayed by what is heard with the fleshly ears. Do not be discouraged if it takes too long. Be deeply rooted in the Word. Stand firm on the truth. Punch His promises. Remember that delay does not mean rejection. Remember that God's timing is perfect, even if you cannot understand it with your mind. Remember that He continues to work behind the scenes. Even when no evidence can be seen, the revolution has already begun. It is not coming. It is already here. It is right now. And you are not a spectator. You are not an observer. You are not someone sitting in the stands. You are a participant. You are an agent. You are a messenger carrying the very thing this world so desperately craves. Now is your moment. Now is your time. This is your calling. Everything has prepared you for this moment. Every hardship has taught you patience. Every betrayal has taught you discernment. Every failure has taught you humility. Every victory has taught you that God is faithful. Not a single thing was abandoned. Not a single thing happened by chance. Everything had a purpose. Will you respond? Will you move forward? Will you answer that you give with all your heart? This is because there are people who are eagerly waiting for you to become the being you were originally meant to be. It is because there are lives that will be transformed by your choice of obedience. There are destinies that will open up because you walk within your calling. There are countless generations that will be influenced by your refusal to shrink back. Your answer, I am, is important. Your obedience is important. Your faithfulness is far more important than you can imagine right now. Do not let a single day slip away in hesitation. Do not let another week pass by in fear. Do not miss another month in doubt. This urgency is real. It is right now. The calling is clear. And within you, everything you need is already contained. God placed them there before you were born. He connected you for this work. He designed you for this work. He created you for this work. Now enter into it. Walk into it. Run forward with absolute trust, faith, and conviction that He has begun a good work within you and will complete it to the very end. Now is your moment. O chosen one, do not let this moment simply pass you by. The world is waiting. Heaven is watching, and your destiny is calling you. This is the final question. Will you answer this call? M.